The pace of war is fast. The facts of things are vague. What is real? What should we believe in? What's going on?
912, ambulance, 75-year-old male, back pain.
We will accept nothing less than comprehensive gun control.
We want change! We want change!
We're gonna get it done.
Hello, I'm Alvina. Welcome to What's Going On. Everyone knows about the ongoing civil war in Syria, but in Yemen, it's now having a conflict for 3 years. On April 23, it's reported that in the northern Yemen, the Saudi-led airstrike on wedding kills 20 people, including the bride. The rebel Houthi movement blamed the raid on Saudi-led coalition that is supporting Yemen's government in the country's 3-year civil war. The Saudi-led coalition insists they never deliberately target civilians, but human rights groups have accused it bombing markets, schools, hospitals, and residential areas. So today, let us focus on learning about the Yemen civil war. We refer to the information on YouTube provided by media company in Qatar, Al Jazeera. The world's largest humanitarian crisis isn't in Syria, it's in Yemen. Thousands have been killed and millions displaced so far. The conflict had been going on for years, but it became especially violent in March 2015. That's why Saudi coalition got involved. Now the poorest country in the Arab region has become a violent playground for regional and international powers. So, how did they all start? After the Arab topple dictator across the Middle East, Yemenis want change too. Their president Ali Abdul Salah was forced to hand over power to these guys. His deputy Abdullah Rambo Mansour Hadi in November 2011. But the transition to Hadi failed. There was massive unemployment, food insecurity, suicide bombing, and a separatist movement in the south. All of that ended up sparking the war. On the one side were the Houthi, a political Shia rebel group, and people loyal to former President Salah. On the other side were the forces loyal to the new Hadi government. In 2014, Houthi forces took over Yemen's capital Sana'a. Early the next year, Houthi and Salah royalists tried to take control of the entire country, forcing Hadi to flee to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia considered the Houthi action an immediate threat and feared it could be an opportunity for Iran to gain the foothold of their border. Saudi Arabia accused Iran for backing the rebels, but Tehran denied any involvement, so Saudi Arabia started an alliance and began a military campaign. It had a devastating impact, with more than 10,000 people killed since February 2014 and forcing 3 million people to flee their homes. Several other countries are supporting this alliance with weapons, intelligence, and logistics. Qatar was expelled from the coalition June 2017. The Saudi-led coalition wanted to restore Hadi's government, but it has been unable to take back the north of the country, including the capital Sana'a. Meanwhile, fighters from all Qatar in Arabian Peninsula and ISIL affiliates had taken advantage of the chaos. They seized parts of the south and stepped back their attack in government-controlled Aden. As in every war, civilians are bearing the brunt of this one. The destruction of the infrastructure and restriction on food and fuel imports means 70 million Yemenis will face famine unless they receive humanitarian help soon. But that's not all. One fear is that international aid isn't getting to those who need it the most, making the cholera outbreak all the difficult to control. Saudi action exacerbates the outbreak, but it can't be blamed on airstrike alone. The majority of the outbreak are in the Houthi-governed areas, where they fail to manage the garbage and sewage. And making matters worse, 2/3 of Yemenis don't have access to clean water. So what does that leave us? Little ground has been gained, and several attempts to mediate the conflict has fallen apart. Since neither side shows any sign of giving up soon, Yemen is a deadlock. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Alvina. This is Volta Voice.